What if I told you there was a way to get a whole lot more views with a lot less effort? Now, I know that sounds too good to be true, but I think this can be achieved through what I like to call the McDonald's method. Now, no matter how you feel about McDonald's or their ice cream machines for that matter, they are now the most successful fast food corporation in the world. And oh yeah, they're basically ran by teenagers. So the question is, how do they do it? And how can we use the same method to get the most out of the work that we do on our channels? So today, I'm gonna walk you through the 3-step McDonald's method and show you how you can use it to get more views with less effort. Stage 1 is the prototype. Now, when McDonald's was starting all the way back in 1940, there wasn't anything too special about them. They were actually called McDonald's Barbecue, and they had all kinds of items ranging from hot dogs, barbecue, cheeseburgers, and even full-on apple pies, which I think they should bring back. But where their breakthrough started is when they sat down and looked at their profits. Across all 25 items they had, they saw that most of their profit was coming from 3 items. Now, can you guess what these 3 items were? I'll give you a second. They were hamburgers and cheeseburgers, fries, and milkshakes. So knowing this, they did something that completely changed the trajectory of their business forever. And that's that they doubled down on what was working. Instead of trying to be everything to everyone, they focused on just those 3 core items. So when it comes to starting your own channel, when you're just starting out, one of the best things you can do is to make prototype content. So try a bunch of things quickly, see what works, see what doesn't work. But once you do see things start working, you want to double down on those. Now, with these core items, they had 2 goals in mind. They wanted to make the product the best it could be, and they wanted to figure out how to make it as efficiently as possible. And that second goal is what allowed them to take the next major leap in their careers. Which brings us to stage number 2, the system. After they focused on the what, they were starting to perfect the how. Every part of the process they wanted to get down to an exact science. And even today, that's one of the biggest reasons for their success. No matter where you go in the world, you know that when you unwrap that McChicken, it's gonna have that same crunchy texture with that same little white spot on the bottom of the bun. But really, next time you get a McChicken, look at the bottom. I'm pretty sure there's that one little white spot. Like, I've never heard anyone say anything about it, but I've noticed it every time. So let me know if you do as well. They're able to have that level of precision because of their system. Now, not gonna lie, McDonald's is a little bit crazy when it comes to systems. I mean, they are so specific with how they do each and every part of the process to the smallest detail. I mean, they have a diagram that shows you exactly where you're supposed to fold the egg for the Egg McMuffin. Now, from the outside, that seems a little bit overkill, but by doing that, they take the guesswork out of the process and make sure that the product is the exact same every time. So how do systems work for YouTube? Well, there's one YouTuber that embodies this whole concept, and his name is Ali Abdaal. Right now, he's sitting at 4 million subscribers, but what's remarkable is since he started in 2017, he's only worked on his channel between 3 and 10 hours per week. And how has he been able to grow that many subscribers with putting such little time in? Systems. Ali, just like McDonald's, has a system for everything. He has a system for idea generation, a system for scripting, for thumbnails, for editing. Every part of the process, he has a system, a checklist, a template that he uses to streamline the process. Now, those first 2 steps allowed McDonald's to be a success in their small market. But without this next step, they never could have been the massive success that they are today. Stage 3 is outsourcing. Ronald McDonald can't be at every restaurant making those McChickens. I mean, actually, I'm pretty sure he's not making any of them, but that's beside the point. McDonald's is able to leverage other people's time to make their product. And because of that, that's why they're able to open up over 38,000 locations across the world. Now, you might be thinking, for my channel, isn't it gonna be way too expensive to outsource the things that I'm doing? Well, I think it can be, but it doesn't have to be. There's one thing you can do to dramatically reduce the cost of outsourcing, and it's the same reason why McDonald's is able to be ran by teenagers and still run smoothly, most of the time. It's because they're following the system. You don't have to be Gordon Ramsay to work at McDonald's. Everything you're doing is laid out in front of you step by step. All you have to do is go through the motions. And you can do the same thing with outsourcing. So if you're hiring a video editor, you could just give them all the raw files and tell them to run with it. But in order to create a good video, they're gonna have to be a pretty skilled video editor. But if you can give them the system, the graphics, the fonts, the step-by-step process that you've perfected over time, you'll be able to get the same result with a much less experienced video editor. So that's the McDonald's method. Start with a prototype, turn the best practices into a system that can be replicated, and then outsource the work and give them the system.